Morning everybody, we're back in the hood. Favourite spot, the roughest part of London, the zone 1 right in the centre. As you can see, just menacing people all around. It's a funny thing, a friend of mine yesterday that hadn't been in the UK for a long time was very surprised to see how much of an issue very serious drug use has become in central London. What I mean by that? Well, one thing that you wouldn't see a year ago or so would be lots of people walking around with open wounds and sores and so on. It's shocking, in fact. It's very sad, very unfortunate, but absolutely shocking. These are sort of things that one used to hear about in Kensington in the US, but those crazy scenes are now coming to London. Any of you that haven't been here for a while, brace yourselves. It seems to be around the sort of Victoria Pimlico area, which is the slightly rougher side of Westminster, but it's not a pleasant sight, guys, honestly, even for me, and I've lived in London a long time. I think I've seen it all, some of the countries I've lived in, but goodness gracious me. Bit of a war zone after dark in central London, in certain places, and I can see it getting a lot worse. I think it's a combination, post-COVID, interest rates, cost of living crisis, conflicts, global conflict, austerity, a whole bunch of things, sort of, a confluence of factors that have sadly started to come together to show some people are really struggling. Now, one person who's not struggling, folks, is the Gatesmanator. That's right, he is in his element, dealing with stupidity. And that is why we all massively admire him for his professionalism. Why am I mentioning this? Well, because our beloved Gatesmanator was kind enough to comment on the video in which he featured 2 days ago. And he commented that he approved of being termed the Gatesmanator. So massive thanks to you, Trooper. I obviously won't mention your name. Massive thanks to you for that. Folks, if you haven't seen this comment, upvote it. I should probably have pinned it actually to the top of that video. Always nice when a trooper approves of appearing in a video and is very happy with the way that they're being portrayed due to their professionalism and clear love and enjoyment of the job. And it doesn't take rudeness, it doesn't take him, somebody being impolite, it doesn't even take somebody losing their temper to deal with tourist misbehaviour. It requires two things. Thing number one, firm voice. Anyone that's in the troop already has that. And number two, politeness. Again, anyone in the troop already has that. It's that simple. Step back, Mum. Step back, sir. Done. 3 little words, folks. No tourist is going to look up at the guard or guards lady, guards woman, guard. Okay, guys, let's just stick to guard. No one is going to look up at the guard and say, "What?" or "Excuse me," or "Who is you're talking to?" They're not going to do it. Step back, sir. Step back, Mum. That's it. Now, I have to apologise, guys, for misleading you all. I did mention when I got back from my holidays that tourist season in London was over, and that there'd be hardly anyone here, and that things would get very quiet, particularly at horseguards. But hey, guess what? I was wrong. Why? Because the group seemed to have gone even larger than they were before. We've got one guy talking to a group of what? This has got to be at least 100 people, surely. Look at it. That is a massive group. Goodness gracious me. I think, I think Frenchies. Word has spread actually. Living conditions in France are pretty tough. If they can get free food here at horseguards, some carrots, onions, or whatever. I guess sometimes if you can fill up your backpack, get a cheap ticket on a coach, you could go back up and well fed. So Frenchies coming here to get fed, welcome. And I hope you enjoy it. We're out a teeny weeny bit earlier today than usual, and that's not because I have sleeping issues. I do sometimes, but not really. Not last night. It's exactly 13 minutes to, folks. Now you might be wondering, why on earth is this guy out so early when nothing's even happening? Well, let me tell you. wonderfully enough, a certain trooper is making his first appearance today. I don't know him. I will not be able to identify him, and even if I could, I wouldn't. So how do I know that? Well, because his mother very politely asked if today it would be possible to capture, no, not the police at Downing Street, guys, we capture them every day, to capture the arrival of the magnificent Blues and Royals. And now hopefully that will enable her to spot her boy enjoying his very proud moment as he arrives with his colleagues at horseguards. So we're a little bit earlier today, and we're going to march down to the front. We're going to see who's on duty. It might be the gates manager, guys. He might still be there. You know, this guy's relentless. He stays there, or would stay there if he could, 24 hours a day to deal with tourists. He's that committed. So yeah, we will see the Blues. I'm going to go through the front gates, through the yard, through the tunnel. God, I'm already getting tired thinking about it. Through the yard, through the tunnel, across the vast expanse of the parade ground, and wait for les bleus, as the French will call them, to arrive. Now, not that anyone said this to me, but I've got an inkling that the bar has been set pretty high for the Blues and Royals after what we saw with the lifeguards since Monday morning. It wasn't just the gatesman that was outstanding. The whole bunch, the gatesmen and both the boxmen and the lifeguards, were really on it with stupidity and people getting too close and too over enthusiastic vis-a-vis the box and the horse. Now, that's fantastic. And I think, judging by how happy you guys were with the videos that you watched in the last couple of days, I think we have a consensus that if things can stay like that, at a least, it's all going to be good. I might cough occasionally, guys, because like a fool I forgot my cough mixture this morning. Right, so we are turning up at horseguards. Somebody decided, for whatever odd reason, to leave a line bike right there, parked opposite the guard. I personally struggle to believe that isn't intentional, but there we are. Very curious, eh? I mean, what a place to pop it, look. Oh gosh, I really hope I'm not going to get the coughs, guys. If I do, the video's done before it even begins. I'm fine this morning, so it should be alright. Let's see. I'll try and cough it out. We've got 7-8 minutes roughly. No gates made. Got the usual couple of weirdos who are here all the time, filming 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, for the moment, no one's inside the box. Sprinkling of visitors in the yard. Yep, just a couple of androids filming. Won't be long until their jobs are given up. 2 actual androids, folks. AI will take over. So if you just stand here with a camera all day without speaking, you don't actually need a human to do that, do you? You can get a robot to do it. Okay, so into the yard we go. There. Oh! New police. Officer on the right, lady officer on the right, I've never seen before. Let's see, what have we got here? Oh, a couple of guys trying to make the guard laugh. Guys, you trying to make him laugh? Huh? Trying to tell a joke to make him laugh.
I don't know. I don't think it's possible. I don't know how they don't laugh.
The only way he would laugh is if you came along dressed as a girl.
Oh, true.
Yeah? Maybe give that a try next time, and he'd definitely laugh. Take it easy. He didn't get my subtle put down then. Right, the police haven't told any. Oh, the police have been called out. Look, the lifeguards are really early this morning, almost prematurely early. Gosh, I suddenly wonder what was happening then, look. Okay, here we go. See if we can spot the gatesmanator, folks. In fact, it's a shame that I spoke to those two boys because the horses would have shooed them out the way really quick. There's the gatesmanator, folks. He's over there, look. I did mention that we'd follow through the tunnel to the parade ground, and indeed we will, shortly. Very interesting to see new faces here, actually, exceptionally. Now, a lot of you have mentioned a certain other much admired and respected female MOD officer. Have sort of said, where is she? What happened? Where did she go? Folks, have no fear. I'm sure she'll return at some point. It's very hard work, MOD policing, not just here, but they're also responsible for the security of nuclear sites around the UK and other sensitive locations. So they're often rotated. Now, the annoying thing is that there are so many people coming through the gates that the tunnel... Oh, flipping hell. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to wait any longer, otherwise we're going to get stuck. I think it's that massive group of Frenchies from down the road have all come along at once. So in we go. Get the camera up nice and high. I do actually dislike this time in the tunnel in the mornings because sometimes you see very little and get squashed. However, a promise is a promise, and if we can capture the troopers' first and very proud Kingsguard duty, then I would say in fact it's almost imperative that we do. Yeah, tourist season is over, ladies and gents, look at it. Like what? In fact, even a British school group have been brought over. You can probably see them, all little kids over in the distance. Bit of a pity that there's so much renovation work going on at the old Admiralty building. Doesn't look quite as nice actually. I'll have a look in a few minutes at exactly what time it is, but I'm guessing the Blues should arrive imminently. I'm not entirely sure whether there'll be a dismount this morning because it's not raining, but it was raining all night and the ground is wet. Let's just go that way. Somebody's got an Insta 360 over here. Oh, I see the first police outrider. Look at this. In fact, you could probably scratch the horse's nostrils with that. It's a remarkable device, but it's buggy software. I did really give some thought to using one of those because you can create a dramatic 360-degree panorama. It pretty much captures every single thing that happens around you in 4K. But, yeah, the software is buggy. Okay. Got a Chinese lady here. She's not really a photographer. She's just on one knee due to the magnificence of the guards. Thank you to her. Right. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, 1 second. I recognise somebody in the distance. Let's see if he's coming this way. So the first vehicle is at the top of bottom. Can't actually remember. Is on the mall. How's about that? Okay. First vehicle, lead vehicle, is on the mall. If I zoom in, we'll be able to see it. Look. See? And just behind it, approaching Horseguards Avenue, Horseguards Road, is a magnificent sight. Troopers and their horses. So 2-3 minutes, I'm thinking, tops. Now, I have no idea, today being Wednesday, if we can expect a long guard. Instinctively, I don't think so. I don't know why I don't think so, but I just don't. We've been hearing quite a lot less actually about His Majesty in the news recently. Curious, but hey, it always goes quiet in the summer. Look, somebody running forward to get an autograph from the Corporal of Horse. Ta-da! Okay, I bet now my friend is going to tell me that there will be a long guard. I'm just speculating that it's not a long guard. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Oh, good,
In
perfect.
fact, I don't hear any music. I don't think there's anything going on down the place.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I've rarely noticed that because I'm not here.
And nothing came out of St James's, so it don't seem there's anything going on down there.
I wonder why though. I mean, the ground is wet, but it's not a wet mount
So I don't know.
level of water on the ground, is it? Yeah. At the back this morning, somebody, proud parent,
I saw the comment.
You saw the comment.
That's what I thought you'd be here. Yeah, you promised you'd be here.
Yep. I mean, promise is a promise.
Yeah.
No idea which troop it is, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll try and get them all equally, guys. I'll get as close as I can, and hopefully get a somewhat of a close-up on the troopers as they ride past. I'll then rush over as fast as possible to the tunnel to try and get a second shot of all the troopers arriving for a dismount, just in case I manage to not get the right trooper the first time. It's 50-50 whether the trooper concerned is going to be on the right side or the left side. The right side in the sense of, the nearest to me would be ideally the right side. The correct side, that's what I meant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is not a long guard, as mentioned. Now, I don't know how close I can get. This is the problem. I don't want to get told off. It might look like I'm quite close, guys, but I'm actually at least 40, 50 feet away right now from that lead horse and the troopers. I think that's probably as comfortable. Yeah, I don't want to get any closer, even if I'm allowed to. It's a bit uncomfortable being this close, to be honest. Anyway, here we go. Watch and rejoice. Some very familiar faces in this group this morning. Right, now comes the quick march, on my part that is, back to the tunnel. Quick march. This is known as the John March. I think we'll make it. So they're going to pull round, aren't they, first of all, toward the crowd. Actually, let me see if I can get another clear shot as they pull round. Here we go. Utterly splendid. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, don't get me all excited. Was it actually? You think
No,
it might
I don't
be?
know. I didn't get a close look.
I wasn't even looking at the horses. Okay, that's going to be task number 2. Guys, the name Ormond has been mentioned. Could it be that his magnificent self is back here? Let's see. As long as the tunnel's not packed, we'll make it into the yard before the troopers. Oop. Aha, it's empty. Yes. Surprising, there aren't as many police as usual. I think we've got 2 pairs today as opposed to the typical 6. Let me get out of the way.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Right, so we're on the corner. Actually, you know what? We're not going to stay on the corner because when they come in, they're very, very likely to pull around. Most of the time, this other corner is not accessible. That corner. If it is, and everybody floods through the tunnel after the 2 officers at the far end of the tunnel, I will quickly run over there to get into the corner. But this is the best spot, certainly, for seeing the faces of the horses. Now, it's funny because my experienced friend would not have mentioned Ormond unless he had a genuine belief it might well have been Ormond. That's going to be an extraordinary thing, isn't it? Now, I would be surprised if it is, because Ormond was in Windsor just a few days ago, so I have absolutely no idea. Right, here come the troopers, folks, entering the tunnel now. We timed it well. In fact, hopefully, we're going to be the only people filming this head-on in the yard. There's no one else. Oh, one of very, very familiar face of an experienced trooper at the head of the pack this morning. 2, 3, 4. That's Norseman. 5. Not sure who this fuzzy-haired beauty is. First group never dismount, they'll go straight in. So we're going to have a good old wait actually until the 2 boxmen are ready. I'm semi-tempted to trot back out to the back and see if Ormond is indeed there. However, it doesn't really matter. I mean, even if he does come back, it doesn't matter if he's here. What matters is whether or not he's on duty. In fact, that's the only thing that matters.
I don't think it was. I think the one there with the blade was the one I was thinking of, but it wasn't.
I haven't been that excited since my wedding night. Damn it! I was really ready for anything then. Okay, so guys, force alarm. Ormond is not. Oops. No. The tourist group to my left haven't noticed yet. Where's he going, to the front or into the tunnel? Oh, okay, that was interesting. He took that very slowly and leisurely. Now the tourists are flooding into the tunnel, the other side of the tunnel, which is pretty unusual. Actually, wait, hold on a second. I'm not sure that's the tourists. I've got a little suspicion that they might well be off duty. The thing is, I don't believe that the police are going to let anybody get close in the tunnel for pictures. I mean, it's effectively a sterile area. So I'm not going to run forward into the tunnel and stick the camera in the guard's face. There's no point. On the contrary, guys, we're going to go to the front, have a look at the 2 horses we've got here, and wait for the changeover. Let's see which 2 horses we get up first for the Blues today. That should happen within the next 10 minutes, 15 tops. I don't know how quickly we can get it done today. Right, who have we got here? Posing Chinese tourist plus King's horse. This trooper was in the Gates Manager video, also did a thoroughly magnificent job of making sure there were no issues. Very interesting actually, the group that arrived to watch. I want to stick the camera in their face, hold on. Possible new recruits actually is what I'm thinking. I didn't recognise any of them, so they're not off-duty troopers, unless they all just joined in the last 24 hours. I've never seen any of them before. Okay, so here's the other horse. I see the other horse. I mean, I haven't even ID'd either yet. At least he's got these little cute booties on at the front. Cutie with a booty, or with booties rather. I forget actually which horse this is. 1 second, guys. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. We've got the number very clearly. Second, some girl who filmed me just plonked herself down right next to me. I'll have a look now and see if I can give you the name. Happy to do it when it's quiet. Virgil, folks. This beauty is Virgil. Or Verge. Given the popularity of some of the videos in the last 48 hours, it would not surprise me at all if word has begun to spread. Look. They're treating the line as though it's some sort of ultra sticky glue, and if they step over it, their shoes are going to get stuck and they're going to have to walk around London barefooted all day in the rain and mess.
I got the video. Yeah, as soon as you go there.
Look at this. Whilst it's quiet, we can concentrate on getting both sides of the box, which means we get 2 pairs of feet. These early tourists are the lucky ones actually. They get it super clearly without lots of strangers in their pictures.
Sorry?
It's okay, it's okay. the way to do it. All we needed was a little faith, but a hell of a lot at this point is going to come down to how the Blues and Royals approach this today. If the first trooper that came through the tunnel is one of the boxmen on duty initially, I can tell you it will go well. He's one of the most famous gatesmen in the Blues from the past 2 years. He takes no nonsense at all. You know who I'm talking about, chap with a tash. So I'm secretly hoping it might well be him as one of the first 2 boxmen. I mean, there's a 20% chance it'll be him. 5 troopers rode in. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I didn't really have a close look at who else was there. I recognised 3 of the troopers as being regulars. But regularity doesn't equal willingness to tell tourists to get back. That's part of the problem. Okay, so that's number 1. Oh, look at this. Look. Oh, wait, hold on a second. What does she want to take a photo of? Ah, a massive group. Look. This is the picture that she's getting.
So sorry.
Ta-da!
Look at me, guys. Smile.
It's actually a pretty good group picture. It's like a private school or tour group to me. Lots of money.
It's our school with some visitors from Shanghai.
Ah, they're Chinese visitors.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, just waiting to see if anyone steps over the freshly painted white line. It's only been here
I
a
told
week.
them, so hopefully not. It's been here for 1 week.
It was, I think it was either week before last, they painted the white line because people were still getting way too close and the horses were being really mauled, very heavily mauled. So yeah, they're trying to keep tourists back now. No one's allowed to touch the horse anymore or feed the horse. So yeah, fun times, eh?
To go through here, right?
Yeah, guys, it's public access. Yeah, the tunnel's closed, but the pathway here on the left is open. You're allowed to walk through.
So you can go to St James's Park this way.
You can, but I don't know if your group know, but in a few minutes, the guards will be changing over. For example, you see the
that would
2
be amazing
soldiers
to
now,
see
they're wearing red.
Yeah.
The new guard, wearing dark blue, new regiment, they're going to come out with their horses in a minute and replace these 2 horses.
So it's better to stay here then?
I would stay here. Yeah, 100%. Okay, that's a happy group. Oh, he's now.
Pleasure.
He's now shouting at everyone, change to the guards. Love it. Hey, it's crazy for them to head to St James's Park and miss one of the very best moments. Now, interestingly enough, they're doing the foot guard change at the moment. Just relieving the lifeguard gatesman. I'm not going to get too close because we've seen it 100 times. And today I'm going to try to focus more on the horses. Sorry guys, slightly out of focus there. Oh, sorry, it's got in the way. Dismissed. Liking the Chitsman. Popular and well-liked trooper, very experienced trooper is today's Chitsman. Gatesman, not sure yet. Let's have a look. We squeeze through it. We'll be able to see. Oh, I need you behind the second white line, please, is what the officer just said. I'm getting myself over to the corner. Actually, wait. Being very careful. Oh, sorry. Right, sorry, wait, let me get out of the way. Gosh, too many people here. 1 second. Here come the 2 new horses, folks. Gatesman's in his position. Okay, so as we hoped, very experienced trooper on the left. was the one I was talking about, Tashman.
Take the place of the...
Sorry folks for being somewhat zoomed in there. Oh, a dance. So many people pushing, it's hard to keep the camera completely stable this morning.
Jaden, sure, we're going out.
Yep, one horse is off. Yeah, horse on the right didn't get the memo. Look at this. Okay, here is the first boxman. Giant horse he's got this one. Beautiful horse actually, this one. So that horse is happy, leisurely strolling into the box, and the other one settled down as well, with the help of this morning's stableman. Will they dismount? I think they will actually. Actually, what am I talking about? No, first two off. We'll never dismount. Sorry, folks. Blues have bought their winter cloaks. We can see the back. Oh, police will have to tell somebody to shut up. Someone's being super loud and noisy with their car, and the police have gone to tell them not to be. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get it, simply because of the fact the officer marched out this way. I can't see actually if it was a car or a bike. Anyway, everyone's now leaving the yard. That's the changeover complete. So I never understand these morons who decide to drive around with, ridiculously overpowered, overtuned engines. It serves nothing except their own inferiority complex. Pathetic. Okay, so. Oh, hold on. Trooper's getting briefed on how to deal with the peasantry this morning. He's like, well, if you see anyone of a lower class approaching His Majesty's magnificent steed, see them off, my good man. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. Okay, so the fellow in the number 2s, guys, is a lifeguard. Wait, is he actually a yeah, he must be. That's a lifeguard number 2 uniform. I'm sure it is. Okay, so here comes the briefing, and we're going to focus for the moment on this trooper and this horse. Because as I said to you already, guys, he will not take any nonsense. So get ready for it. Alright, let's get us back out. There we are. We're at 1.2 and out 1 by no zoom. Let's see if I can name you the horse, guys, before we begin. I'm not even going to worry about the rest of the Blues and Royals arriving, simply because we've got quite a bit of footage, and if we're pretty sure Ormond's not in the group, let's see. I mean, if it clears a little bit here, it's quite busy. If it clears somewhat, then I will perhaps dash through the gate, possibly. Oh, look at that. He's eyeballing them massively to make sure they didn't step into the box. Right. Horsey, who are you?
Okay.
You're not going to believe this, guys, but the horse that went off in the lifeguards has the same number as the horse that just came on in the Blues. And no, I'm not joking, and I'm not looking at a different picture. One second, I'm just going to open the gallery to make sure of this. We've had this before, but it's very rare that happens.
Sure all those, how many came up? So the new guard got lots of...
Yeah, it actually is. How's about that? Let's see if I can just quickly get the name for you. So Virgil was the one that headed off from the lifeguards, and the new arrival is Valence. So 2 V horses that both have the same number, but in 2 different regiments. Kind of cute coincidence, to be honest. And I would not have believed it had I not seen it with my own eyes. But definitely the same number. Extraordinary. So, you've seen him beady-eyeing the tourists already. I think we're going to have a good day today. Instinctively, I do. Even if there's a massive deluge of people, Saturday style, I don't think it's going to be a problem for this trooper. I really don't. The true test will come when the palace deluge begins. Might end up with a part 2 for that. Well, let's see how part 1 goes. Something shouting in the yard. I don't know about what though. Look at this. It's working, people. Sorry guys, yeah, lifeguard's leaving. I mean, obviously. Let's give it a minute, we'll dash through. There's a little bit of space there. I'll dash through and have a look at the Blues arriving. I just know the second I do though, notice the trooper's really looking constantly at where people's feet are. And then the second I run through the gate, something's going to happen. Okay, look. They are checking, look, checking where their feet are. Tourists, that is. Fantastic, guys. Right, that's our queue to head through the gate. The Blues should come through the tunnel any moment. That way we've got the whole entire troop, just in case we did miss the new trooper who's on Kingsguard this morning. We've got a good solid pair of troopers. Gatesman, no concerns at all in terms of how he will deal with naughty tourists, and Ditto the Chitsman. Oh goodness me. Okay, so next up, lifeguards leaving Blues through the tunnel. Now, will there be a dismount? This is still the part I'm not sure about. I think what I'm going to do is wait here. If the police follow the Blues through, police at the end of the tunnel that is, that means that the other corner will open up and they'll let the tourists flood into there. So I'll run over to that corner and get the dismount. That way, hopefully, given how much footage there is this morning of the Blues, we will have caught the new trooper, whoever he or she may be. He, I mean, I know it's a chap. I just sense a whole sort of new, what's the word I'm looking for, attitude among the tourists. Everybody seems very serious, in fact. Not in a negative way. I mean, this is a serious place. It's a functioning military establishment. But it feels much more like it did when I first started filming 2 years ago. If this issue is largely solved by the 2-year anniversary of the channel, which incidentally is next month, November, That would be the best gift ever. Horses, troopers being left alone to do their work in peace, without tourists tugging the reins, mocking and generally being stupid. I have no idea what's taking the lifeguards so long to leave. I mean, they are lined up, so, and there were no more horses in the stable area. Oh, that was the police shouting at these two to get to the left-hand side. The question is, how long do we wait? The second I move, they're going to come through. We just know it. It's inevitable. Oh. People just randomly wandering across the yard, not realising that they're the only person, because it's actually closed. I have no idea at all, folks. Not an inkling of what the hold-up might be. It's normally a lot faster than this. Everything's ready for the departure. I'm not sure what the hold-up is. Green light from the police, maybe? Having waited this long, I'm very reluctant to move at this point, exceptionally.
Keep to the left-hand side, please. Left-hand up, right.
Oops. Bing bong.
Thank you.
I didn't quite get the announcement there, folks, but hopefully that's got something to do with them being about to leave. They never take this long. They normally go to the back, line up, ride out, and then the blues come through. No idea what the delay is this morning, folks. Apologies. If I'd known, and this is the unpredictable thing is unfortunate, I wouldn't have moved from the front. We're losing valuable horse time.
Keep to the left-hand side, please.
One more minute and I'm going to give up and go back to the front. There's no point in staying here. There could be another, I don't know, whatever. Let me look at the clock. Actually, they're running early. I think that's the likely reason. Wow. Police are really on it, aren't they, these days, folks? I don't know what's happening. I have no idea why they're taking this long. There were no other horses lined up. There's absolutely nothing else that anyone's waiting for. Except for the horses to ride through from the blues. There's no chatter on the radios either. Wait a second.
Excuse me, kick to the left.
I have no idea what they're doing. I'm just saying, yeah, why are they taking so long this morning? They're just sitting there. And then there's no one else waiting to come out. Everything's ready. Very curious, isn't it?
Unless something to do with the palace, maybe they're going to get a time signal. Maybe they can't get through up there until.
Yeah, I think some chatter on the radio and they'll be off. It's annoying because I was standing at the front thinking, you know what, I'm not going to do this because sometimes they take ages, and obviously it had to be one of those times, didn't it? But the second I go back to the front, of course they'll come in.
That's right, yeah.
Every time. Yeah, sorry folks. There's no way of predicting this. It's kind of, you know, Kingsguard time is something completely separate from the time that you and I live by. Road closures, everything else are made specifically for the troopers and the horses, and rightly so. Yeah, no one knows at the moment what's going on.
Keep to the left, please.
Most bizarre. The yard is completely empty this day, folks. There's nobody at all pestering either the gatesman or the chitsman, not a single tourist. In fact, the massive crowd are all at the back, and they are going to surge through the second that we get that movement. Sorry folks, it's so annoying to have to stand there all that time without anything happening for all of you, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to wait right by the edge here so that we can admire the beautiful horse, anyone that gets close. At the same time I can dash straight back through the gate when we get some movement. I think the most likely theory is that they're waiting for exactly half past before leaving. It's now 28 minutes past. Valiant is such a star. In fact, I think half the work is done for the troopers to get the bigger horses. People just admiring how huge he is, how majestic. You would not have believed it, would you guys? Tourists sauntering very gently over and then stopping at the edge of the box. Parents telling their kids, stop at the edge of the box. It's welcome to new reality. Oh, 10. Look at this. A lucky 10th birthday, I'm guessing. Postman just marches straight through and destroys the picture. Morning. That said, the postman is a busy man, guys. He stops for no one, 10 years old or not. Right, that is the 30 bell. If they don't move this time, I give up. I've got absolutely no idea why they might take longer. These are still not moving. Maybe something happened on the Mall. I mean, the only road that needs to be clear between here and Buckingham Palace is the Mall. If that isn't clear for whatever reason, or there's some kind of a problem, that might well be why everything's been held up. It's always the time is frozen in the yard, nothing is happening. I was just going to say actually, how is he going to do his rounds? Because the gates are closed. Okay, the lifeguards have finally left. Here comes the gatesman. Yeah, make sure I'm wet of his way. That caught me a little bit by surprise, folks, actually, because normally they come to the central bollard. Today he chose the left bollard, and that would have been a load of bollards if I got them shouted at. Okay, let's go back in, not to follow the trooper, but because the lifeguards have left. So next up will be the Blues and Royals coming through the tunnel, finally. So they were waiting for a signal at past. Right, I'm seeing the horses moving. Hooray, or hoorah, if you're in the US. I bet now they're going to take another 15 minutes. Someone in the guard room is like, oh, take your time this morning. Make them wait. Make them savour the moment. Okay, here they come. At least, folks, we've got it crystal clear with no obstructions.
Stand back beyond the white line, please.
Oh, everyone's been told to get back behind the white line. Interesting.
On the line, guys, on the line.
I don't typically do that in the mornings, so we're going to get it from the side instead. Hey, rules are rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Lady Trooper's laughing about something. I'm not sure what. Okay, right, I'm going to hopefully guys go over to the side. Let's see. Yep, everyone's coming through the tunnel and going over, so this is our moment of glory. So we can get to see the dismount really clearly, guys. I'm the only one on this corner for the moment. Here we are. So rejoice, people. She's got the giggles a teeny bit today. Oh wow, that was perfectly synced, the little touch. Okay, so it was worth waiting for to get it this clean in clearly. Bomb. And I have spotted a new face among the troopers. I really like how smiley the lady trooper is, in fact. What a joy. Really a very positive and optimistic person. Okay, guys, we got it in the end. Sorry for making you wait so long, people, but we got it super cleanly in the end, didn't we? Without any obstructions, etc. No other cameras, no people, no hands. Okay. And we're first out, guys. Look at this. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Sorry, hi. It is. Yeah, sorry, I'm in the middle of today's video.
I know, I didn't want to disturb you.
No, that's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. It's just that somebody asked me to film this morning because their son, it was his first day on Kingsguard, so I'm not sure who it was, but hopefully I managed to capture him.
I've been watching you well over a year now, and I find it so fascinating.
I mean, it's a part of our history. And I do have moments of funniness. I mean, if you think I'm funny on camera, you should see me naked. No offence. Pleasure, pleasure. Sorry, I made that joke because her husband was there. He got it. 1 second, guys. Let's focus. I'm sorry, my dear, I didn't have more time to speak to you, but thank you for saying hello to me. I do like to meet my fellow Brits. Actually, guys, you know what? I don't think there are going to be any issues at that end, and I do think the troop at that end will be very firm, but this end is going to be, as ever, where the chaos lies. So let's try and get ourselves bang in the centre. Get past the annoying Fonzie man who's always there like a statue. 1 second, there we go, guys. That's a little bit better. Okay, focus on what happens here. I'll sort of slowly slink over to be dead on in the middle. Oh, little minion group. The teacher's great. She's saying, should we be like soldiers? About cute. They're teeny weeny kids. We don't need to put them in the video. They're loving it, in fact. A few future recruits there for HCAV. I'm just looking, guys, at what's transpiring in the yard. Right, this gives us a complete view over the box. What does that mean? It means anything happens, we'll get it. If, big if. That was not the fault of any of the tourists. Nothing that I can detect. Spooked the horse. He just lost it for a second. Valiant's normally a super chill boy. Yeah, it took the trooper by surprise, to be honest. The other horse that seemed to have a little bit of an issue with being spooked when he first came out. Danger's going to be if the rules work too well, folks. No one's ever going to get close to the horse again. Including Burberry Girl. What you wanted, people? Massive numbers of respectful tourists. I know you weren't expecting it, but that's what you've got. These are this end. 1 second. A lot of long faces this morning, guys, because it's not very warm here. See, almost everybody's actually dressed for winter. Which, thus far, it is not. Oh, got a bunch of clowns actually walking past and getting into the live as usual. That's exactly why, in large part, I stopped, because it's just annoying. Everyone's excited about the live. They're all marching across to get into the camera. See? Perfect reason not to TikTok live. See, it's a real popular thing actually. Was it not last week that we had a massive group of Dutchies that were all getting in the live intentionally? Guys, where are you from? Are you from Holland? Yeah. Oh, you're Dutch, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that that I was right and they were Dutchies again.
What's happening?
I don't understand what it is with Dutch people and the lives. They just can't help but... Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Hold on. There we have it. Get back from the box. Didn't take long, did it? That, folks, is what I wanted to hear at this end, because I wasn't 100% sure we'd hear it at this end. Notice the troopers softly but firmly spoken. That equals job well done. It also means we can now go back to the other end and wait for it to happen there. I have no doubt it will happen there, because the other trooper is very experienced. You've seen him before. He was probably one of, if not the most firm gatesman that we've ever had in the Blues and Royals in 2 years of filming. The only problem is Valiant is so large and the trooper looks so authoritative that no one's getting close. That's the danger of such effective enforcement. Look, if the Chinese tourists are staying well back, then you know it's working. That's a bellwether for effective enforcement. Oh, let's hope they don't have a little accident and drop all this lot on the floor in front of the horse. Not particularly smart, is it, to rule that one out? Let's hope they don't wheel it in front of the horse. It seems they are pretty sensitive actually, the horses, when something that isn't particularly normal happens. Then again, aren't we all? I'm just really happy that we saw that trooper telling the ladies to get out of the box. If he's on it, they'll all be on it. Vast numbers coming through as usual, but they're trotting off. Good news, guys, is that the light has just improved dramatically. Look, see, look, they're even explaining. Come to the edge of the box to his friend. The new reality here at Horseguards. Respectful tourists.
Yeah, welcome on.
As I got gently pulling Valiant's reins away. Don't you dare put your hand in my horse's mouth. I like magic, guys. The sun just arrived. Look at this. It is absolutely gloriously sunny. Look. Fantastic. Rain clouds in the distance, but we're good for the moment. See, I told you the second they electrify that line, it will change. I'm looking through the railings to see if the gatesman is going to emerge. Over the last time the Blues were here, oh, here he comes. There were no rounds. They're back to their rounds again. Which likely will not include the tunnel, but hey, you never know. I think they broke. I think the bollards broke and got stuck down. They've been down for pretty much the whole week. Oh, it's always pulling each other out of the way. Look. You literally just saved her. Yeah, she would have been taken to Buckingham Palace and arrested.
Basically.
What a top man. Everyone's pretty happy this morning, though. To be quite fair. Some lovely outfits as well. Not just the police, but look at this on the right. Fantastic. Very nice, very peaceful morning thus far, guys. Part 2 will depend on what happens at noon with the Buckingham Palace crowd, or not, as the case may be. I was not expecting that we'd actually get a single instance of people being told to get back. I hate to be the one that brings it up, but let's just say that the Blues were not quite as on it as they typically are during the last shift. Now, bear in mind we're at Friday morning. That was Monday to Wednesday. A lot of you left some pretty negative comments. I can't really blame you guys. It was a disappointment to film it. Point being, the troopers first on today had a lot to contend with. Not only the magnificent performance of the lifeguards over the last 2 days, but obviously those issues that the Blues had earlier on in the week.
Like a hitchhiker on a train. Right.
What's everywhere this morning? Shadow, going to make the tourist jump. Out in the guard. Super busy. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even remember. It's just a piece of kit I put. It's separate pieces.
Oh, is it?
So gimbal, I think, is Hohem.
I want to take a picture of it.
Go for it.
You like it?
Carbon pole. I mean, hold it. It weighs nothing.
Nice.
Really lightweight, and it keeps it super stable as well.
Yeah, well, it looks very nice.
Works for YouTube. Works for me.
What's that?
I say it works for YouTube, so all good. Okay, right. Just the entire vibe here is better, guys. Notice the tourists are just like friendly and relaxed. I don't think we're going to get any more Fight Club. Maybe not until Saturday, anyway. Even Vader, look how chill he looks. In fact, as he's one of our favourites, guys, I think he needs to be subject to today's picture. Bearing in mind, in only 10 minutes, he will be off. Valiantly beautiful boy. Actually, no, I'm in the wrong angle. Sorry, folks. I need to be a little bit more in front. Troopers, like, can I help you? I think we should come closer so I could tell the lady to be careful. Today is the day that the horse likes to bite people that wear white or yellow. Even the normally entitled civil servants running around here at the front with their luggage and other things, making themselves feel frightfully important, are paying heed to the box and going around it instead of right through it. The magic box, I still think it needs a couple of royal crowns, folks. That will stop people forever going anywhere near it. I'm actually thinking, right, because the angle here is awkward, as this trooper actually was the one that gave the first get back, I think he deserves pride of place as that his picture of the day. One second. Annoying, I didn't ID this horse yet, guys, so that'll have to be next. If you ever looked at the camera, horsey. No, he's not up for it. Wait, that's why I've got so many good. Wait.
Because I watch you. You are really good at something. I watch you. I subscribe on you.
No, but he's not telling me the truth. First of all, the reason for his sore right hand has got nothing to do with filming, okay? So let's not go there. Well, okay. Oh, goodness me. Scoundrel. Honestly, telling other people that he filmed so much he's got a bad wrist, that's not the reason for the wrist injury. Folks, there's a reason for that right wrist being dysfunctional. Come on, horsey. Okay, this horse is just not playing ball, guys. Back in a few minutes for part 2, I promise. Right back.